Good day, everyone. This is Jessa Lusubaldo Gonzalez from the Department of Education. I am an AFC scholar from the Philippines, and it's my pleasure to present to you my research titled Separation Anxiety Among Kindergarten Pupils in Southern Philippines, basis on the Reduction of Separation Anxiety Program. The researcher observed that on the opening day of each school year, a big group of parents would look through window panes just to see how their kids were doing. According to Live in 2019, each new school year brings many unknown to kindergarten teachers when it comes to challenging behaviors. And one of the most challenging behavior any early childhood teacher experiences on the first day of school is separation anxiety. So what's separation anxiety? According to Bullich 2018, separation anxiety is associated with a child's fear. It's fear of the unknown. And let's face it, in kindergarten, there are many unknown to children because so many things are new, and new is equal to unknown. There are new places, new environment, new building. They are surrounded with children they have not met before. They are surrounded with adult strangers, and they are in a large group for the very first time of their lives. And so, this fear of separation creates a tremendous distress to children that can also interfere with their typical activities, such as going to school and playing with other children. That's according to Brennan 2018. And this encouraged the researcher to address the aforementioned issue and to demonstrate the reduction of separation anxiety program's success. Respondents of the study came from the municipality of Palembang, province of Sultan Kudarat, Philippines. Specifically at Barangay Kalibuhan, particularly at Kalibuhan Elementary School. Respondents of this study were the kindergarten students who were chosen purposively. Respondents were divided into two groups, namely controlled group with 20 respondents and another 20 respondents in experimental group with a total of 40 respondents. And these students also came in a diverse tribe, namely Cebuano, Hiligaynon, Ilocos, Maguindanaon, and Manobo. It was noted that a number of kindergarten students of the said school have separation anxiety during the first day of academic year 2019-2020. This prompted the researcher to address the aforementioned problem because the researchers strongly believe on the importance of this study because it will promote the readiness of students at school by developing their cognitive, psychophysiological, and behavioral skills. Method: a quasi-experimental design was used in the study to prove the effectiveness of the reduction of separation anxiety program. The picture depicts the flow on how the researcher conducted the study. The first process was the pre-survey. It was administered to both the controlled and experimental group. Second was intervention. The experimental group received treatment. It's an intervention and innovation wherein kindergarten students involved in class discussion and activities that will improve the targeted domains, while control group did not receive any. And lastly was the post-survey. Both the controlled group and experimental group answered the post-survey. The improvement of the experimental group was the basis on the effectiveness of the reduction of separation anxiety program. Instrumentation. The separation anxiety survey was adopted from Child Separation Anxiety Scale and Psychometric Properties by Xavier Mendez et al. 2014. This is to validate the different symptoms manifested by a child with separation anxiety. These were the evidences and how the researcher conducted the intervention. The intervention included class discussions and lectures, as well as activities aimed at increasing the respondents' cognitive, social, motor, and psychophysiological abilities. In addition, parents of experimental group responders were expected to attend symposiums and were given a researcher-made guidebook to assist them in responding appropriately to their children's separation anxiety. This intervention developed teachers' and parents' awareness on the causes of separation anxiety, at the same time providing teaching methods and how to deal with it. Summary table of pre-survey and post-survey in controlled group. Respondents in controlled group did not receive any treatment. This means that it did not underwent in any intervention and innovation. In cognitive, they attained 3.12 mean in pre-survey and got 3.91 mean in the post-survey. In psychophysiological, the respondents got 2.83 mean in the pre-survey and a decreased mean in post-survey with 2.03. In behavioral, the respondents achieved a higher mean of 1.83 in pre-survey compared to the post-survey with 1.78. Moreover, in COMAT separation, respondents got 1.58 in pre-survey and an increased mean in post-survey with 2.69. The results implied that there was no improvement in respondents' separation anxiety level in psychophysiological and behavioral domain, but improved in cognitive and COMAT separation. According to Swanson 2015, preparation, quick transitions, and the passage of time are the keys to ensuring separation anxiety. Controlled group therefore did not improve in some domains because they did not receive any treatment that could help them address the problem. Summary table of pre-survey and post-survey in experimental group. Respondents in experimental group received treatment. In cognitive, they attained 3.33 mean in pre-survey and achieved 4.09 mean in post-survey. In psychophysiological, the respondents got 2.79 mean in the pre-survey and got a higher mean in post-survey with 4.35. In behavioral, 1.76 mean in pre-survey and attained a higher mean of 3.74. Moreover, in COMAT separation, respondents got 1.44 mean in pre-survey and an increased mean in post-survey with 3.48. Respondents in both groups experience anxiety because separation anxiety is a normal and a necessary part of development that indicates that things are going well rather than not going well. That's according to Swartz 2019. However, the results in controlled group implied that there was no improvement, while respondents in experimental group had improved in the post-survey period. This is in relation to the reduction of separation anxiety's conduct following the pre-survey. Comparison of the results in pre-survey and post-survey in controlled group. Respondents in controlled group had a mean of 2.33 in pre-survey and 2.59 in post-survey. The difference in the mean of the responses is 0.26. The standard deviation in pre-survey is 1.204 and 1.113 in post-survey. The variance is 1.450 in pre-survey and 1.239 in post. Since the computed t-value is negative 0.425, with a degree of freedom of 35 and a critical value of 2.03, result is not significant at the p-value less than 0.5 level. Comparison of the results in pre-survey and post-survey in experimental group. Respondents in pre-survey averaged 2.32 mean and obtained 3.51 in the post-survey. The difference of the respondents' mean is 1.19. The standard deviation in pre-survey is 1.359, while 1.342 in post-survey. The variance is 1.848 in pre-survey and 1.802 in post. The computed t-value is negative 6.4341 with 37 degrees of freedom and a critical value of 2.026. Result is significant at p-value less than 0.05 level. According to the results in pre and post surveys, the experimental group had less separation anxiety after the intervention, but the control group did not. According to Levine et al. 2009, there are many things you can do to assist your child
if he is experiencing separation anxiety. Furthermore, make a conscious effort as an adult to foster your child's self esteem by providing him with a variety of activities and a positive attention when he is brave enough to be away from you. That's according to Pataglia et al. 2016. In light of the data, it may be concluded that the reduction of separation anxiety program was successful. I have here examples of printed materials and guidebook that acted as a strategic intervention resource that included a variety of exercises. The aforementioned exercises were proactive and helpful in addressing the separation anxiety of the students. The activities in the guidebook were based on the kindergarten competencies established by the Department of Education. Here are samples of pupils' output with regards to the strategic intervention material of the teacher. Another guidebook intended for the teachers and parents. This guidebook assisted them to respond appropriately to their children's separation anxiety. Conclusion. According to the study's findings, the experimental group improved during the pre-survey and post-survey periods. The researcher demonstrated that the guidebook and symposium were beneficial innovation and treatments in reducing separation anxiety in kindergarten students. As a result, schools must have separation anxiety symposiums prior to the start of classes. It is also recommended that kindergarten parents must attend the symposium stated above, that is to reduce separation anxiety. The researcher believes that school and parents must collaborate. Separation anxiety must be treated in order to alleviate the anxiety problem. As a result, it is strongly believed that the researcher's guidebook be printed in order to assist not only the teacher and parents, but most importantly, the kindergartens. The scope or number of respondents should also be expanded, and they may collect more detailed data in order to offer additional information that may be utilized to build alternative interventions and programs to aid children who are experiencing separation anxiety.
That ends my presentation. This has been Jessel Subaldo Gonzalez, and thank you so much for the opportunity.